We asked him what it meant, and we said that he said it a couple times. He just went off on a tangent saying, no, I only said it once. It doesn't even matter.
And then he started stammering and stuttering and profusely sweating because it's just like the movie They Live. He almost got his watch and said, I got one that can see. I got a bunch of them that can see. He suddenly got scared. He was in a room of people because, for those that don't know, he helped plan some of the 9/11 stuff. He wrote the Hart-Rubin Commission calling for a big, event that would bring in a new world order. We need to use this disaster for a new world order. And he wrote this public letter, posted it on the Huffington Post, and then tried to deny to you. But once you gave him the letter, he said, okay, I did write the letter. And then he started sweating. I mean, again, they think we're all dumb. And it's not because we're dumb. It's because we're focused on petty issues or we're cowardly and won't stand up to these maggots and let them know that we're aware of what they're doing.
And we are here to make everybody know there's no reason to fear anything. It's our courage. It's our love and persistence that will change things. And sending a message out to the world in the YouTube videos, showing how these people lie to us, is critically important, but also sending them a message face-to-face, eye-to-eye, that we know your game. We're not stupid. We're not going to go along with it. Sends them a message, and they will have to think twice before they ever even plan or say anything publicly, because they know that the people of this country, the people of this world are waking up to their bull crap, and they're seeing it for what it is. We could see we're not stupid, we're not animals, we are human beings, and our lives are just as important as their lives are. And we have to make everybody understand that, because that is the true success of humanity, is knowing that we are all equal, we are all human beings, and nobody should rule over us. We are the true people of this world, and we shall live our lives without being intruded and by these global elites who so-called want to plan world events and do all these things. They can't do it unless we comply. We have to stop.
Exactly. They can't plan world events unless we sit on our butts and aren't involved in the world. We have to take the world back with little actions, but together it can move mountains. And again, your video's only been up about a day and a half, 24,000 views. It's up at WeAreChange.org. It's also up at Infowars.com. It's also up at PrisonPlanet.com. It is so important to get this Colbert video out, because all these Colbert listeners and viewers will now go look into Bilderberg Group and find our information. Luke, keep up the great work. Appreciate you joining us today.
God bless you. Thank you, Alex, so much, and we're going to win this. I know we will.
We are. God bless you, my friend. Okay. Now, Luke is another testament. I remember 3 years ago, 9/11 Truth, New York, pretty good folks, but some questionable things. They didn't want us fighting the New World Order. They didn't want to talk about the CFR, eugenics. And Luke got basically kicked out of the group. And he was the guy that was really building it. And I told Luke, I said, Luke, don't quit. Get a good name. Start a new organization. I'll have you on the air. I'll support you, just like I support all the other real activists. If you don't see us promoting somebody, word of the wise is sufficient. And you live, you learn. But Luke, just with an idea, I said, don't be centralized. Luke woke up watching my police state films. And then see, he's waking up people. And then they're becoming leaders. And then they're going to wake up people who become leaders, who wake up people. This is how we take the planet back from the clutches of the globalist. This is how we do it. And God will open doors for you if you just have the faith, take action, are confident, and tell the truth, and stand in the face of evil, stand up against the New World Order. It's incredible. And I told Luke, I said, have it be decentralized, just a code of ideas to go out and confront politicians and to go out and expose 9/11 and expose global warming and expose the New World Order, because that was what he wanted to do. And now it's WeAreChange that taught the world how to go out and confront Al Gore. Now the Tea Parties are copying it. See, and now there's all these other groups and organizations that go to these public events and shout down the New World Order, something I was doing 14 years ago. Everybody can do this. You know, Karl Rove's coming into town tonight. People need to be there. I've confronted Bill Clinton and Janet Reno and everybody at UT. You need to go down there and confront them. I've gone and, been physically attacked confronting MSNBC and Chris Matthews. But I wouldn't stop bullhorning. That's why. But I took over the whole hour of TV, and then when they broke my bullhorn with a knife, cut the wire, Luke showed up with an even bigger one. We put him on top of this huge guy's shoulders. So Luke was about 9.5 feet in the air. Oh, it's amazing. Okay, I want to go to this Willie Nelson clip. It's up on prisonplanet.com. And notice how Larry King brings up 9/11 truth to him because it was in a Twitter. He's reading Twitters to him. And Willie talks about Building 7 not hit by a plane, not hit by the debris of Tower 1 or 2, falling in its own footprint. And we have the CNN footage of firefighters and police saying, get back, they're bringing it down. And we're not saying they were involved. They were told, get back, they're bringing it down. We've had police officers on the show who heard the countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom. This is the reality. And we have, before she even had her national TV show, Amy Goodman was down there, and she's there when the same cops who we've interviewed, and we've interviewed the people that are on the video. We went and found them. And you see her, and they're telling her to get out of there, and she runs, and then boom, Building 7 comes down. I don't have to go through all the evidence of 9/11. If you have been told to hate 9/11 truth. Also, he says, well, there was also an investigation. Larry King says, well, there was also an investigation of 9/11 truth. Yes, and 6 of the 10 commission members appointed by Bush have said it's a criminal cover-up. So has Farmer, the head lawyer. I mean, it just came out 3 weeks ago. The ACLU sued and got it, where Dick Cheney ordered the commission to not look at the attacks. In fact, let's pull that up. White House ordered commission not to look at 9/11 attacks. They weren't allowed to look at the evidence. It was a whitewash. We must have a new independent investigation. But here is Willie Nelson. Okay, hey, I don't know why it's always in this fourth hour. It's like a jinx or a genie or a gremlin in the equipment. But we're going to start it over this time. Here it is, folks.
But he's questioned the official story. What prompted you to look into this from another angle?
Well, I'm just logic. I've seen buildings implode before. I just saw the Texas Stadium implode just a couple of days ago. And these 2 buildings imploded. And the one next to it, where nothing hit it, no plane hit the one next to it, it just decided to fall on its own. So naturally, I have questions about how
think something was done inside?
Yes.
Right. But I'm told that the reason it imploded was so much heat from above and so much fuel on the jets that caused it to go down rather than go over.
Never before has a building collapsed because it was hit by an airplane, a steel building. Never before.
Has any building been hit by a 747, though?
I'm sure they have.
So you think there was something going on inside the building?
Well, I just question the whole thing. I question the story. I question the implosions. It just looks too simple, you know.
Well, others have questioned it, too, although there was an investigation.
There was an investigation, and I think there should be more.
Willie Nelson, another tweet to King Things. King's Things. How many guitars?
So there you have it. Here's Raw story. It was also in the Associated Press, but never became national news on television. Revealed Ashcroft tenant Rumsfeld warned 9/11 Commission about line it should not cross. Senior Bush administration officials sternly cautioned the 9/11 Commission against probing too deeply into terror attacks of September 11, 2001, according to a document recently obtained by the ACLU. What, I'm just supposed to ignore this? The notification came in a letter dated January 6, 2004, addressed by Attorney General John Ashcroft, Defense Secretary Donald H. Rumsfeld, and CI Director George J. Tenet. And it's an order from the White House. You can read the actual document. The ACLU described it as a fax sent by David Addington, then counsel to former Vice President Dick Cheney. And you can link through and read the document. In fact, we ought to pull the document up. That's linked in here. And it continues. In the message, the officials denied the bipartisan commission's request to question terrorist detainees, informing its 2 senior-most members that it would cross a line and obstruct the administration's ability to protect the nation. And I remember Cheney, I think it was on Meet the Press or Face the, it was Meet the Press, when Congress was investigating separately from the commission, and Cheney said, look, you better not investigate all this or you're going to frustrate our protecting you and we'll be nuked. And now Obama's saying, you better not criticize, and his surrogate, Bill Clinton, is saying, you better not